Hello everyone, it's Albina from Masumi. Today we are diving into Kodosumi, and if you've built an AI agent that works great locally but struggle with deployment at scale, this is exactly what you need. In this video, we are going to cover what Kodosumi is, how it works, and we'll install Kodosumi on your machine and deploy an example agent there. So what is Kodosumi? Kodosumi is one component of the Sumi ecosystem. Alongside with Masumi, the decentralized protocol for AI agent monetization and identity, and Sokusumi, the marketplace where users discover and interact with AI agents, Kodosumi is a specialized runtime environment for managing and executing agentic services at scale. It's built on Ray, a powerful decentralized computing framework combined with fast API, and Lightstar for robust service delivery. Think of Kodosumi as the bridge between your AI agent code and enterprise-grade deployment. It provides three essential building blocks. The first one is your agent service, the top layer. This is your Python code, your agent logic, flows, and business rules. You define endpoints, HTTP routes, and entry points, the Python callables. The middle layer is the Kodosumi management layer. It manages access control, flow control, and execution. It provides administrative interface and API, and it handles lifecycle of agent executions. And the bottom layer is the Ray distributed computing. Ray distributes task execution across available nodes. It scales automatically based on demand. It provides fault tolerance and resource management. So when a request comes in, Kodosumi routes it to the appropriate agent, manages its execution on the Ray cluster, and collects the results back to the requester, all while handling security, logging, and resource allocation. In the next section, we'll go through the setup process step by step. So if you want to follow along, now is a good time to make sure your terminal is open. And that's what I'm going to do as well. Now that I have my terminal and installation and setup guide open, let us dive right into the demo. I think that the installation and setup process is pretty straightforward. Let's just go and copy the first command. We're going to create a directory for our project and go in there. And then we are going to create and activate a virtual environment to make sure that our Python version is correct and we don't have to mess with our default Python version on our machine because it can be quite dangerous. And when our virtual environment is activated, I think that, yes, the recommended version is 3.12. I think that it was tested on 3.12.6, but I think that my version is 3.12.10 and it works as well. So, yeah, that is good. And then we're going to install Kodosumi, and there are two ways of installing Kodosumi. One is just through pip. And if you want to have the latest possible version, then you can just clone the Kodosumi repo, check out the development branch, and install it from there. Kodosumi is open source, so if you're curious how it's built, feel free to just go to the repo and check it out. Now, when everything is successfully installed and built, we can create our service home directory. This is a directory where we are going to have our agentic apps. And yes, if you installed Kodosumi through pip, then you will have to clone it anyway, because in that repo we have example applications, agents, flows. So if you want to use them, if you want to try to deploy them instead of your own apps, then feel free to clone it now anyway. And yes, right now we don't have the home directory yet. We're going to create the home directory and we're going to copy the hymn creation app into our home directory. And if you are curious, you can check out Kodosumi apps directory. And there we have 5 different apps. Feel free to check them out, how they work, how they are configured. But right now we are going to deploy the hymn app. So now we need to configure environmental variables, and in order for this agent to work, it needs an OpenAI API key. You can find that API key on the OpenAI platform. Let me just create a new one, test key. no worries, I'm going to deactivate it after I film this video, so don't worry for its integrity. Let me open the configuration of the hymn app with Vim. Home hymn config.yaml, and here I'm going to paste the API key, and now after I saved it, I'm going to close it, and let us go back to the documentation. Now after I added my OpenAI API key, we can just go to the home directory and start Ray with the parameter head there, and wait for it to start. Now it's finally started, and we can check out, first of all, we can just run Ray status to see that we have one node active, and it's working. Let's go to the dashboard. In the dashboard, you can see a bunch of different analytics about your Ray, and we can see deployments. We don't have any deployments yet, but there are going to be some deployments very soon. Let's go back to the docs. And if you're curious to learn more about Ray, feel free to check out Ray documentation. And also, I know that Ray, they have a very nice course on Ray, and where you can learn everything about it. I also took it, and it's free, it's open, and I definitely recommend you going through it if you want to keep building with Ray or using Ray in the future. And now let us deploy our app with Ray. We are in home directory. We're going to run serve deploy. And now the deploy request sent successfully. Let's check out the status. I think we can do this. Status. And we can see that we have this deploying. It's in the process of deploying. But we can also go to the dashboard, and we can go to view all deployments. And there we will see that our hymn app is being deployed, in the process of being deployed. And it usually takes approximately 3-4 minutes to deploy, so we're going to wait for it, and I'm going to just cut it out of the video. Alright, our hymn app is done deploying, it's finally running, and we can also check out the status. And yes, it is running, it is healthy, perfect, config update completed. Now we can go back to our documentation, and now we are ready to actually start Kodosumi. Let's start Kodosumi, and we're going to use this command in our home directory. We're going to go to the Kodosumi admin panel. And here in admin panel, you can look around. We have our agentic services, and here we see him, the one that we just deployed. We have a timeline. We don't have anything here yet. And then we have some control panel. If you will deploy some new app and it will not be yet visible in the services, you can just go here and click on Reconnect, and it should connect to all the endpoints again, new endpoints on Ray. Okay, let's go back to services, and let's go to our hymn creator agent. We have some topic. Let's say topic let's create a hymn of AI agents. And let's submit. Here we have a result tab, we have input output. Here you can see our input, and here you can see all the processes of thinking, and there are some events. You can see a bunch of events that are going on right now, and our agent is thinking. Let's go back to result. And here we see that our hymn of AI agents has been created. And yes, we have the output here and some information about the agent. And that's pretty much it. We can go to the timeline. We can see what actions we have performed here before. And that is pretty much it. And by the way, if you would log out, by default, the login and password is admin. Yes. And that is pretty much it. We are done with running Ray with running Kodosumi and with deploying our agent on Kodosumi. Congrats if you got this far. If you had any problems during the setup process, please do feel free to join our Telegram community or join our Discord community and text us, or just drop a comment below. I will be on track of the comments and I will do my best to help you and to reply to your question. So that is it for this video, but for Kodosumi and for your journey with Kodosumi and the whole Sumi ecosystem, this is just the beginning. From here, you can deploy your own agent services, you can scale your Ray cluster to handle more load, you can set up authentication and access control, and then you can build complex multi-agent systems with Kodosumi as the foundation. Check our documentation at the link below. For more information, visit our Kodosumi and Musumi and Sogosumi websites to learn more about the entire ecosystem. Join our community, and if you would like to see more videos like this one, comment below, and thank you so much for watching. Happy building. Goodbye.